Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Users Review channel. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and a quick look at the pros and cons of the Apple Watch Series 7 Gold GPS Plus Cellular with the Milanese band. Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Users Review channel where I review a list of products that you may find useful in your daily lives. Unlike some other channel that reviews just one type of product all the time, we review a list of products that may be useful in your daily life. Most reviewers on specialty channels go to a press release, they use the product for an hour or two, and then they do a review to tell you about the product, quoting only the technical details they've been given at the press release. On my channel, I review products that I bought with my personal money to use during my daily life. And as such, there is no bias. And throughout the life of the product, I can always come back and update my videos to say if the product is performing as expected. So guys, if you find this video useful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. So let's get right into it. Okay. So as you can see, two boxes that comes in the case. As usual, Apple has very fancy looking case. And that's the box with the watch. So there you have it. On the other side, you have the steps to install the band. Okay, and basically that's that. Can we get that out of the way? Inside the case, you actually have the charger. This is the charger, nicely packaged. Let's see. Okay, has one of those things like the one on the outside. Okay, and it's USB-C. Okie dokie. So, alrighty, so the watch is well protected. This is the 45mm, which is the bigger one. And as you can see, it's the gold casing on the outside. I'm gonna slide it out. Okay. So that's what the face of it looks like. See? And this is the gold section. And those are, of course, those little sensors underneath the bottom for your health readings and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much what it looks like. This is the Cellular Plus GPS, or GPS Plus Cellular version as well. Alrighty, so now I am going to take the band out of the case. Okay, so let me get some of these out of the way just so it's easier to see. So this is what the Milanese band looks like. Okie dokie. And as you can see, this thing is magnetic. And there's a magnet that sticks like that. And that's what it looks like. So I am going to put this together. We got it all together. So since this is a better background to show it on, I'm gonna put it there, and that's what it looks like. Let me try it on. So this is what the watch looks like on my hand. You know, I do have a concern with this design though, because this will change after over time. I'm not sure if it will stay, if it'll keep the same color. So my concern is about that as well. The other thing that I've observed is that this will likely catch dirt or dust, because these little cone things, you know, can trap dirt inside, and you may have to clean this on a regular basis, you know, considering that. The other thing that I am concerned about is that, you see, this, the band doesn't feel as premium as I expected it to be, and I am kind of like disappointed with that fact, because I was expecting it to, you know, feel more premium. However, it is thin, so that will actually reduce the weight. I suppose that's the reason why they made it so thin, to reduce the actual amount of weight that it will have when you have it on your hand. However, it does reduce that feeling of premiumness that you're used to from Apple, you know. And considering this is expensive, this particular stainless steel casing and the Milanese band pushes this watch up from like $495 to $799, and I think that extra $300 is supposed to be for this band and the color of this case. However, it doesn't feel like this is actually worth an extra $300. I'm not gonna lie to you. However, the magnet is very strong and it seems to hold solidly, so you know, you might not have to worry about it falling off your hand on the street. But it's just a little bit less premium than I was expecting it to be. I'm going to do a quick run through of the pros and cons of the Apple Watch Series 7 GPS plus cellular, or cellular plus GPS. I'm not going to do a detailed review because it functions just the same as every other Apple Watch that I've seen, including the one that I had. And so I'm not going to do a completely detailed review. Pro number one, always on display. I find that to be really nice. You don't have to wait for the screen to come on for you to see the time. It gets brighter when you turn your wrist, and that's also really nice as well. Let me try to show you what I'm talking about. So you notice the numbers get bigger once you turn the screen. So that's one of the pros that I find with this new version of the Apple Watch. The other thing that I like about the Apple Watch is its battery life. Despite the fact that it has always on display, it has a better battery life than my Apple Watch Series 1, which for me is good. Number 3, health monitors. The health monitors on this watch works really good. In terms of comparison to the previous versions of the Apple Watch, I've never had it before on my previous Apple Watch. So I can only attest to this version of it, and it works really well. That's a newbie for me, and I actually like the health monitors. Pro number 4, the display is wider than the previous version. There's a bigger display. It does not seem that way when you take it out of the box, and when you put it close to your next Apple Watch, it doesn't seem that obvious. However, once you start to use it, you realize quickly that there is a notable difference in the size of the display. It actually is a lot bigger when you're looking at it, when you're trying to find stuff in the watch and use it. So that for me was a pro. That's it for the pros. So now let's talk about the cons. Con number 1, the watch is overpriced. The Milanese band and this gold color around it increases the cost of the watch by about $370. I don't think it's worth it to get this for that amount of money. You can get a generic band on Amazon, pretty much the same quality, same color, for under $50. For under $50. If you feel like you need to go original and to get this, you can go ahead, but personally, I would not recommend it to someone who's going to pick this watch up. You should pick this watch up in black or another color and just get a casing and a band on Amazon for $50. It turns out, looks the same, and it costs you $300 less. Con number 2, cellular plus GPS version does not work on every network. So before you pick this watch up, make sure you check if your provider offers a digital SIM card, because this is going to need a digital SIM card. And not all providers have a digital SIM card system. First of all, my provider did not have a digital SIM card system, so I could not activate the cellular function. The second thing about this is that if your provider has a digital SIM card system, you're going to have to pay an extra $20 a month just to have that cellular function working, that cellular GPS function working. So unless you are prepared to deal with the extra cost, unless you are sure that your provider has the cellular function and can provide you with that digital SIM card to activate that function, don't pick up the cellular plus GPS version, because you're gonna be wasting your money. Con number 3, the band is not as premium as I expected it to be. At this price point, I would expect to have a really premium feel to the band. Now, this is my opinion, and I leave it to your opinion as well. You can tell me in the comments what you think about the band. However, I have an Invicta watch that I pay roughly $100 for. The band is 18 karat gold plated, and it didn't cost as much as this watch. So I believe the watch is overpriced. If at this price point, if you're paying $800 for a watch, you're expecting something to be really premium. Any other brand, if you buy a Citizen's watch at $800, you're gonna get really premium quality from the watch. The other problem that I find with the band is that the magnet slides from time to time. I particularly found this situation when I'm at work and I have my jacket on. My jacket sleeves can actually slide the magnet along, and the watch becomes loose on my hand. The potential for it to fall off is greater. The other thing is that some people like to wear their watches really tight, especially if you're going to capitalize on all these health features that the watch has. You want to wear it tight enough to get a good EKG reading or ECG reading or a good blood oxygen level reading. So the fact that this slides also for me is particularly annoying. I think at this price level they should have offered an option where you can get a band that clips it in place if you don't want your watch to be sliding around. So for me, that was a disappointment. Now, I'm going to leave it to your opinion to decide whether those are real pros or real cons for you. You know, experiences are different from everyone, but having owned this watch for 3 months, I got this watch in December. It is now the end of March, and this has been my experience with this watch. But anyway, guys, that's what it looks like. That is the Apple Watch Series 7 45 millimeter stainless steel gold case with Milanese band. Once again, thanks for tuning in to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you for the next review.